What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct. Paging chapters of my life. I got to give y'all another one, man. So my brother was hustling too, but he was hustling with the bigger folks. I was hustling with the younger folks. We was in the same neighborhood. So one of the neighborhood drunks and drug users of the neighborhood, he was real funny, man. He was real funny, man. Everybody used to love him, man. He was funny. One of the brothers, one of the bigger folks had got out of jail, prison, who was gone for a while. He on this bully stuff. He on some Debo type stuff. So he come around and they all hanging together and everything. So one of the brothers from the neighborhood who used to always make everybody laugh. All the drug dealers and stuff liked him. They used to give him money for him to do comedy and make them laugh and stuff like that. Play slapbox with him and fight with him because he was just real funny, man. Everybody loved him. He was like the neighborhood person. Everybody loved him. But the dude who got out of prison on that Debo stuff, he was like jealous of him. Like sometimes the drug dealers would like to rent out the dude car. I'm just gonna call him Head. I'm gonna call dude Head, man, because that was part of his name. I'm just protecting his identity though. So Head used to crack jokes a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he used to be drunk a lot. He'd do cocaine. But he was real funny, man. Everybody liked him. The drug dealers used to pay him money for comedy and doing things. They used to pay him to rent out his car because theirs would be hot. So the dude who got out of jail on that Debo stuff, man, he was jealous of him because everybody liked him. He was jealous of him because everybody liked him. And one day, they was all together like a group of them. My brother was with them. My brother was the youngest at this time of the whole group. They was like asking him, Head, could we use your car? So they rented out Head car. Head let him rent out his car. So they rented out his car, trapping, doing what they doing. Then they come back around. Later on. So he wanted his car. They like, no, we ain't done with it. So he was like, but I got to do something. I got to go to work and do things. But the Debo dude's salty and he mad. He want to keep his car and play him out his car because he on that Debo stuff. He just got out of prison acting all tough and everything. So he pull out a gun and shot him in the head, man. Shot him in the head, man. Now, we hear the gunshots. We at the other end of the block though. And then you hearing people just, they kill Head. We like, who? So we get to running down. The block. We get out there, Head just laying out there, dead on the scene, man. I'm looking like, man, who did that? Who would do that? Everybody in the hood who would do that? He didn't do nothing to nobody. I'm not knowing what just took place and my brother with the guy that did this. But my brother wasn't with him. And my brother was with him but wasn't with him because the guy that was with him had no idea what he did. They was all in the car together. You get what I'm saying? And dude did it without them knowing what he was finna do, which made them all now guilty, like on some stuff like they all did it. So they mad, they heated, they talking about it. My brother tell me the whole story, what happened. Like, man, yeah, then he shot him, man. We like, what the hell you doing, man? He like, man, F that crackhead, such and such, man. He said everybody just wanted to just kill him. But it took everybody by surprise, like, this was my brother telling me, that they didn't know what to do, like, dang, you know? Then to make matters worse, dude who killed Head ended up trying to get my brother to take the rap for the murder because he was younger. He like, man, I just got out of prison, man, such and such. Man, we could all just say that it was self-defense. He tried to do something, you did it. Take the case, you know what I'm saying? You only like 17. You ain't finna get no time or nothing like that. They gonna let you out. My brother like, man, you crazy. I ain't finna be doing that. I ain't finna. Plus, that was my guy. That was my guy. I'm not finna, no. So then him and the Debo dude into it. You know what I'm saying? They wanted my brother to take the case because he was younger. You get what I'm saying? So now word going around, the Debo dude want to kill my brother. You know, we young and radical. So then we finding out about it. They saying, dude looking for your brother. Said, who looking for my brother? So me and my guys now, we got choppers, you know? So we like, he come around here, we gonna do him. We gonna do him. My brother was messing around with an older woman. But my brother didn't never really come around me like that. You know, he was a hustler, uppity. He didn't want to be around his little brother, you know. Even though he was young, he liked being around the bigger folks, you know. So I'm not knowing, the police came, scooped my brother up. Then I found out about it through my sister, like, yeah, you know, they got your brother. I'm like, who? They like the police. They got your brother for that murder. So my brother ended up going up on the witness protection program thing because he was young. They knew he didn't do it, and they knew that they were trying to pin the murder on him because he was young and stuff. They knew who did it and everything. So he went up on the witness protection thing so he could testify. You know what I'm saying? So they moved him out of town and everything. In the process of them moving him out of town and everything, they moved us out of town and everything too. So we back in Chicago. We back in Chicago again. We living there. Then I go from Chicago to Decatur, Illinois. So we in Decatur, Illinois. Gang banging, hustling. And while we gang banging and hustling, then I'm finding out just how big my other brothers and them is who heavy in the dope game. So it was crazy because I used to hear stories about him, but didn't know just how big he really was. They used to always say, you know, your one brother, such and such, you know, yeah, he got the whole city. We used to be like, whatever. He came down there, and them mink coats, diamonds, and jewelry everywhere. then he seen how like things was, and he didn't like it. He's like, get y'all stuff, man. You coming with me? So he took me to Decatur, Illinois with him, right? We go to Decatur, Illinois. Soon we pull up. Man, there was so many people around, it wasn't even funny. Like a family reunion or something. But they was all up under him, every last one. Then I'm like, what's going on? He like, this how it is, period. I'm like, everybody just out? He like, yeah, this how it is, period. Look, ain't nobody birthday or nothing? No, this how it is, period. He told me, he said, while you down here, I don't want you by yourself. Keep security with you at all times. Me and you look alike. They gonna think that you me. Cause that was the time them big leather coats was out. You know what I'm saying? Them quarter length leather coats was out and things like that. And my brother was built, you know what I'm saying? But if I put that coat on, then I look as big as him, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and we were wearing them because that's what was in style at that time. So he was like, so you make sure you have security on you at all times. There's a lot of people that want me dead and you look just like me. You know, me and him look just alike. We do. The only difference is he was bigger than me and stuff. So I would be in cabs transferring work and stuff like that. I get out the cab one day and the police shined a light on me from the back. He thought I was my brother. My brother already in the house. Police put that light on me. He like, Mr. Baker, turn around. He like, I don't want no killing out here. You hear me? I don't want no killing out here today. I just kept walking. Turned around, kept walking in. Then my brother came down the steps. He said, what they say to you? I said, they thought I was you. They said, Mr. Baker, they don't want no killing out here today. He said, I told you, and I tell you, don't never walk around without no security out here, right? So, my brother was doing big things down there, fam, and gang banging was just crazy. A lot of people wanted recognition off of fighting and earning stripes and pulling triggers, but it was for the most part fights. My brother liked the fact that everybody that was in his gang could fight, could really fight. He would throw like every night, just about, it'd be crew fights, real, real life fights and wrestling. This stuff would last for hours. He didn't want no, he prided himself on having a team that know how to fight. Period. If you didn't know how to fight, you was gonna learn how to fight. You was going to fight every day till you got it. Period. His thing was to knock fear out of everybody and teach them how to fight. We will all be fighting for like literally hours, and you must participate. He didn't care. He was the leader. All that money, it didn't matter what he had on. He could have on a three-piece suit, fresh, thousands of dollars. He fighting too. That's another thing. He fought too. Everybody fight. He was not excluded from it. We could just be sitting down, talking, kicking it. It'd just pop off. I'm talking about this brother got houses that's set up just for this. Just for fighting and wrestling. Houses. Didn't care. Walls knocked in, windows, didn't care. You going to fight. Period. Period. We would do this all the time. All the time. So he had a reputation of just having a knockout crew. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted me to really, really, really be grounded because I was his brother. So he used to always say, my daddy didn't make no cowards. Our daddy didn't make no cowards. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to prep me up and groom me to be positioned too. So he really was crazy about the fact of knowing I did know how to fight. I used to take up boxing when I was like 12 years old at the King Center, you know. So he was happy about that, you know what I'm saying? Then I started gang banging, getting into them fights and stuff, and people would be telling me like, man, your little brother, man, you know what I'm saying? He'll be like, I told you, I told you, I told you. My father ain't got no cowards, you know. So he paraded himself on building me up to be the next in line with him. We had a brother named Sean. We had a little brother named Sean. He didn't have the same father as us. Different mother. Sean went to this school where he was like the only folks there, gangster there. Him and probably another one of the brothers. I think Jacoby. Jacoby ended up getting killed though. He was like the only one that went there. Them two was. The rest of the whole entire school was oppositions. They was the only two there that wasn't. One day Sean come and his eye bust open. We all like, man, what happened? What happened? He like, man, they rolled on me. They rolled on me. Who rolled on you? I don't know. Some dudes come, cause that's what people do. They'll be coming up to the school from other schools and places, you know, and all the fights that take place like at parks and schools. He like, yeah, they rolled on me. They rolled on me, man. You know, we heated. That's our brother. Then my big brother show up. He find out about it. What happened? Ooh. Man, they rolled on me. They jumped. Who? I don't know. Just a lot of dudes. Okay. Then he put me on a mission with a few more of the brothers. He said, you smell a smoke. And, you know, he was real orchestrated on what he do. You, take that, dry that, go up there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Go up there tomorrow. We planned it all out. Everybody geeked. We just sitting back like, oh, it's on tomorrow. Can't wait till tomorrow. It's popping. It's popping. We get up there. We get up there tomorrow. We park blocks away from the schools and stuff. I go in like about 45 minutes to closing because my little brother told me where to be. I go in, I see him, see the little brother. He happy. He like, who all? Say, everybody. Everybody that he said. We all here. He like, bet. Let me go get Jacoby. So close the side door, go somewhere. Now, we scattered out around the thing. We ain't making it look so obvious. We blending in with everybody else because it's a lot of things going on. Sure enough, then we see all these other guys and them all coming. We know they not us. You know what I'm saying? All these other guys get to coming out and stuff. So we seeing like, that must be them. That must be them. So my brother Sean come out. And then people looking like they knew what happened the day before. So they looking like, oh, it's going down today. It's going down today. So then Sean like, some dude said something. No. I said, who was they? I say, who was they? You see anybody out here that was part of the thing? And if one dude, you know, he must have knew his people was out. If one dude was like, tell him I did it. And my brother like, no, it wasn't him. He like, yeah, tell him I did. I'm like, you know him? Because I don't know if dude was cracking jokes or playing. Not to come to find out, he was one of the other dude people. And then Sean like, yeah, I know him, but I don't know him like that, man. He with them stuff. I said, oh, he got something to do with the people that was the thing. I said, man, crack him. Soon as Sean like cracking, bang, and all them other dudes started coming from everywhere. Then all our people started coming from everywhere. We fighting everybody who we don't know, man. I'm talking about, man, we literally fighting for blocks and blocks. And it's crazy because back in those days, people wasn't too quick to pull out guns. It was just fighting. No gun. We had guns on deck, but we would rather fight than use them. We only used them if we had to. So we literally fighting for blocks and blocks and blocks. We in the opposition neighborhood. Ours on the other end of town. We in a whole set. I'm talking about we fighting for blocks and blocks and blocks. Chasing, fighting, I'm talking about people coming out of houses. Literally just like that, man. We just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Man, we jump in them vans. Get back home. We all at the spots. Bragging, my whole hand swole up. People all praising me. That's when I got the name the Hitman. It was like, man, your little brother could fight. I can guess out, you know what I'm saying? So I had changed my name from G-Man to the Hitman. So I used to wear these shirts. They used to have Hitmans all across it, like the word Hitman, but I spelled it Hittman. I used to, because it meant for fighting and being a hitman, taking people out. So it was a double meaning to it. So I had both of the names on it, you know what I'm saying? And my brother came in, and he was just telling me like how proud he was of me, you know what I'm saying? And he was just showing me out to everybody. And all the girls just started getting crazy about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm finna go deep on this stuff, y'all. This stuff get real, real deep. Because when all the girls started liking me and stuff, then I just started selling a lot of dope for my brothers now. And this is when I ended up catching these cases. I caught like 1, 2, I caught 3 cases back to back. 1, 2, 3 cases back to back. I'm finna tell y'all what happened and how this went down.